Congratulations, graduates. Speaking of seeking inspiration, our commencement speaker is no stranger to the graduates here today. Artesian Kirksey is a United States Marine Corps veteran who served honorably in Afghanistan. He attributes much of the success and overall character development to the Marine Corps. In an effort to give back, he became one of the founding members of the Santan Valley American Legion in 2009. After completing his military service, he began working in the field of higher education. He has been fortunate enough to have had the opportunity to serve as an academic advisor, assistant director of advising, college professor, and most recently, as director of faculty management. In his current role, he places heavy focus on student retention, coaching and mentoring of faculty, current trends in higher education, and strategies that can improve upon current processes to increase efficiency. Artesian earned a master's degree in higher education with an emphasis in adult teaching and learning from Kaplan University. Prior to earning his degree in education, he earned a master's in business administration and bachelor's of science degree in healthcare administration, both from the University of Phoenix. In addition to his extensive background in higher education, he's also in the process of writing his first book entitled Memoirs of a Universal Soldier, which will highlight his personal journey of leadership and mindset development in the Universal Soldier program currently under construction through Artwork LLC. It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you our speaker for tonight, Artesian Kirksey.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So first off, I just want to say welcome, family and friends, and congratulations, graduates. What I want to talk to you all tonight about, I want to just define the PRO formula. But before I define the PRO formula, I want to stick to the facts. I'm a firm believer in sticking to the facts. And so we're talking about the facts, let's get to it. The fact is, when you started this journey, you knew it was going to be an extraordinary goal, and you woke up every day and you gave an extraordinary effort. Yeah. And that's why you're here right now. You see, the fact is, your effort outweighed your excuses, and that's why you're here right now. You see, the fact is, you had many opportunities to tap out, and you didn't. And that's why you're here right now. You see, the fact is, when life happened, you didn't sit and wish for life to get easier. You simply focused on becoming better. And that's why you're here right now. The fact is, the goal was extraordinary. And so, if the goal was extraordinary, you couldn't do this without an extraordinary support system from the people behind you. Let's give them a round of applause. And so let's get to the PRO formula. The PRO formula, the P, the R, and the O. And so I want to talk about the P first, the process. The process. And so Webster's definition of the process is a series of steps or actions taken in order to achieve a particular end. Yeah, I'm going to say it one more time. Webster's definition of process is a series of steps or actions taken in order to achieve a particular end. I looked at 3 or 4 different dictionaries because I was looking for a different definition. I was looking for a definition that said a series of steps or actions taken that you like. A series of steps or actions that you love, but I couldn't find it because the fact of the matter is, sometimes the process you won't like it. Sometimes you won't agree with the process, and sometimes the process is painful. But listen to me. I want to share a quick story with you when I was a young man in the Marine Corps, MCRD San Diego. The process of boot camp, I couldn't stand it. I didn't like it. Every day I told myself, today is the day, Artesian, we quit. You're going to give your best effort all day, but tonight we packing our bags and we gone. Every day until boot camp was finally over. I graduated, I was excited, I was happy, and it wasn't, and I still didn't even appreciate the fact of boot camp. It was a couple years later, after 9/11 happened, my unit got the phone call. The unit got the phone call to get deployed. And when I was overseas, it was in that moment that it hit me. The process of boot camp was important. Everything I learned in boot camp from day one, it came back like clockwork. Everything I learned, everything they put in me, I had to use it. It came right back. It was critical. And so, in other words, the process saved my life. And so as it pertains to the graduates in the process, it wasn't even about the degree. It was a process. It was everything else that you learned in the process. It was everything else, every other way that you grew in the process. That's what it was about. That's what it's always been about. Learning how to overcome obstacles. The president already talked about it. Conflict management, critical thinking, time management, all these other things you learn. The degree was a byproduct of the process. See, the process is crucial in anything, especially turning pro. The process is necessary. You can't get anywhere in life, you can't achieve anything without going through a process. And so R stands for routine. Routines are important. Routines are vital. Let me backtrack. A healthy, constructive, productive, positive routine is vital. See, I'm going to tell you why a routine is important. A routine is important because it helps you build good habits. It helps increase efficiencies. It helps you build momentum. I'm reminded of a quote, little by little, a little becomes a lot. And so let me explain that. It might not make sense, but if you pack a lunch instead of going out, that's $10 you saved. That's not much, but over the course of a year, that's over $3,600 in your pocket. It adds up. Running 1 mile a day, it might not be much. 1 mile a day in the course of a year, that's 365 miles or equivalent to 14 marathons. Wow. Reading 20 pages a day, just 20, not a chapter, not a book, just 20 pages. That's 7,300 pages in a year or close to 30 books. That's amazing. And so when we talk about a routine, the graduates before you could not take this seat without developing a healthy, productive, effective, positive routine. It's impossible. They couldn't do it. They couldn't show up one day and expect to graduate. They couldn't write one paper and expect to graduate. They couldn't take one practical and expect to graduate. No. It was a process. It was a routine they had to develop over a period of time. And so those little things that you do every single day, it adds up. It adds up. It adds up, and it builds. It builds into where you are right now. The seats that you've taken right now is a byproduct of your routine. Congratulations. Good job. And last but not least, obstacles. I don't know if anybody in here had any obstacles, so I don't know if I need to spend too much time on talking about obstacles, But I guess I can talk about it briefly. I'm reminded of a story about a young man by the name of Jimmy Butler. And so if you don't know who Jimmy Butler is, I'm going to let you know who he is right after these messages. Just bear with me. So Jimmy Butler started from very traumatic circumstances. And so it was not uncommon, but Jimmy Butler, I did some research on Jimmy, and what I found out is that just as an infant, his father left him. Now that's not uncommon. We hear things like that all the time. It's unfortunate. But then I kept doing research, I kept digging, I found out at the age of 13, Jimmy's mom kicked him out of the house. She kicked him out of the house, and the last words that Jimmy remembers hearing his mom say was, "I don't like the way you look, you gotta go." I don't like the way you look, you gotta go. To a 13-year-old, that's traumatizing. And so what Jimmy did, he bounced from home to home at the age of 13. He bounced from home to home, and finally, in high school, he met a young man on his basketball team, and what happened was Jimmy ended up, befriending this young man, and this young man asked his mom if Jimmy could stay with them, and His mom said, you know, we already have 7 other kids in the house, but you know what, that's fine. They took Jimmy in, they treated Jimmy like family, and Jimmy went on to, you know, do what he needed to do. He went to junior college to play basketball. He wasn't really a big star in junior college, but he did okay. He did enough to get the attention and grab the attention of major universities throughout the country. And he decided to go to Marquette. And he went to Marquette. After he went to Marquette, he did very well in his academics. He graduated, and he also got selected in the first round, 30th overall pick in the 2011 draft by the Chicago Bulls. He had 80 million reasons to overcome obstacles. And so when you hear Jimmy Butler's story, Jimmy said, don't feel sorry for me. Do not feel sorry for me. Use my story as an inspiration. He said, listen, anytime you have a goal, listen to me. Anytime you have a dream, anytime you have a vision, this is what he said, there's going to be obstacles. And I need you to listen to this next part real close. He said there's going to be obstacles. And what he said was, obstacles are designed to stop you. Listen close, listen. If you let them. Obstacles are designed to stop you if you let them. See, the reason an obstacle exists is it has one purpose. It's to stop you in your tracks. It's to stunt your growth. It's to keep you from moving forward. That's it. That's why an obstacle is designed. But let me tell you why you were designed. I'm going to tell you why you were designed to overcome obstacles. That's it. Our graduates are living proof of that. All 130 of them. All 130 of them. They overcame obstacles. And so you think about that, the pain of who's going to watch my kids, you know, while I go to school. How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to put food on the table? See, every single day, not just the graduates, but everybody in the audience, faculty included, listen to me. Everybody, we struggle every day. It's us versus an obstacle, and it's always a matter of who wins. That's going to determine when we go pro. We struggle every day with the obstacles. And so, wrapping it up in conclusion, what I want to tell you is I want you guys to focus on continuing to go pro, because here's the situation. You know what to do now. You have the formula now. The formula is easy. It's pro. It's process, it's routine, and it's obstacles. And so, listen to what I'm about to say. Catch this. As you get into your careers, not job, as you get into your careers, you got to go through the pro formula all over again. You go through the pro formula all over again. You just repeat the cycle, but you know how to do it now. You've been practicing for so long, and so you're really good at it now. You're really good at it now. And so I'll never forget, I think Frank Sinatra said it best. He said the best revenge is massive success. I love it. And so what I want you to do tonight, because it's Friday, and all weekend long, I want you to take a Ussie. Listen, I just learned what an Ussie was. It's not even a selfie. I just learned what an Ussie was. An Ussie is a picture, a photo that you take with someone or something. And in your case, it's something. And the something is your diploma. So all weekend long, what I want you to do, and I want you to do it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I want you to take an Ussie with you and your diploma, #turning pro. Be proud. Be proud of what you've done. Be proud of what you've accomplished. Be proud, but never satisfied. In the infamous words of the Dos Equis man, stay thirsty, my friends. Congratulations and job well done. Universal Soldier, out.